Hello to anyone who's watching this video. Welcome to next video. So we will analyze the NQ today. As normal, hope you guys are doing well. So let's start. First of all, I want to start with weekly because weekly is our highest time frame. Actually, we have this monthly imbalance also at the same time. On higher time frame, on monthly time frame, as you can see on NQ, we test this monthly fair value, and as you can see, this candle is respecting it. We are not breaking this. So this didn't close yet. We have 2 more days to monthly closure. I'm not saying something significant about it. We will look at this on weekly because monthly candle is not closed yet. So this is not significant. Market can still dump. We don't know it. But on the weekly, as you can see, but at the same time, monthly fair value gap is getting respected right now. So that means bullish PDRs on monthly time frame is getting respected. As long as the candle closure didn't closed, as long as we're still testing this monthly fair value gap, that means we're bullish. And on the weekly, as you can see, we also have weekly imbalances. What have we said last week? Because we broke this fair value gap, that means last weekly fair value gaps are drawn liquidity. And what market did? Market dumped and tested this fair value gaps, as you can see. And then what we're doing right now, we just tested this weekly fair value gap and rebalanced back to this price range equilibrium and the optimal trade entry. And we already made the bearish movement that we have to do. We already made the pullback. So we also swept the sell side, as you can see, and market then pumped higher. That means bullish PDRs are getting respected right now. As you can see, we tested this fair value gap and closed inside of it, closed higher. That means we swept this low and tested this fair value gap. All I'm looking for is bullish PDRs, which PDRs are getting respecting and which are doesn't getting not getting respected. That means my drawn liquidity, my order flow. So as you can see, 4 reasons for market move. Hunt liquidity, we hunt liquidity. Generate liquidity, there's a generated liquidity after this weekly bullish fair value gap got respected. There is no weekly fair value gap, so this generating significant buy side liquidity will be my next drawn liquidity. And at the same time, hunt liquidity, we have 4 reasons for market move. Hunt liquidity, as you can see, we hunted liquidity, rebalance inefficiency, rebalance the equilibrium, we rebalance back the equilibrium of this price range. As you can see, we have a range here, test this area, and then moved higher. And general liquidity, we have this generating buy side. On daily, let's fix these things. As you can see, on daily, actually we have nothing. We have just generated buy side here. We have one more buy side liquidity that generated, and also we break this daily last down close candle and we made change in the state. So this is an extra confidence for me to say, yeah, we're as long at the same time we're breaking this candle, which is change in the state. We're creating daily change in the state. So this adds more confidence to my idea that I'm saying from PDRs that getting respected and getting disrespected. So so on a 4-hour, let's go with 4-hour. As you can see, on a 4-hour, on a daily, we made this change in the state, and on the 4-hour market, as you can see, let's start with here. After we swept the sell side, market tested one more, and then what happened? Break this 4-hour candle, which is 4-hour change in the state. But because we have this daily change in the state, I will not mark this because daily is higher than 4-hour time frame. So market bump higher and tested this bullish PDRs and bullish PDAs are still getting respected on the 4-hour, which means bullish order flow is getting respected also on 4-hour time frame. And at the same time, what we're seeing here, market moved higher. As you can see, market moved higher after this pullback to this bullish 4-hour PDA raise, bullish 4-hour fair value gaps. Market tested this fair value gaps, and then we moved higher. And then what? Created another fair value gap, and 1, 2, 3 candles. We respect this fair value gap. So that means on 4-hour, bullish order flow is getting respected. What is my next trended buy side? This is my next trended significant buy side. This is next high that I'm looking for. These highs already got swept, but this does not mean that we're done. We're not done, because on weekly, this fair value gap is getting respected. These fair value gaps are getting respected. And this is my drawn look here on higher time frame. This means nothing. We have a daily change in the state. And change in the state is just in confluence. I'm just looking at fair value gaps specifically. This fair value gap's got respected into before this fair value gap. We tested this fair value gap and then open another fair value gap, 1, 2, 3 candles, tested this fair value gap, got respected and pumped higher. That means order flow is still bullish. On 1 hour, as you can see, what happened? As you can see, this low got swept. This low got swept, and then last series of down close candles got broken through, which is created a change in the state, another 1 minute change in the state. And then what happened? Look at this fair value gaps. 1 hour bullish fair value gaps are all getting respected. These fair value gaps all getting respected. Look at this. Every time frame, on every time frame, bullish PDA rays are getting respected. But because we have 4-hour fair value gaps, I'm not gonna specifically mark this areas. So on 30 minutes, as you can see, market swept the low. We swept the low again, and then made another change in the state. As you can see, we have these down close candles. Market broke this fair value gaps. Market broke these candles, test this area, protected this low, and then broke this. After we broke this fair value candles, we created a change in the state, and then we tested this and protected this low, protected this fair value gap, which is fair value gap got respected into. We respect this series of down close candles, which is my change in the state candles. That means bullish pressure is on the way. And on the 15 minutes, you're not seeing, but ES took this low, so we're making an SMT here. I have another monitor. Also, we have this low, and we have this low got swept also. So this creates an SMT, bullish SMT, and this SMT is valid because order flow is bullish. You know why order flow is bullish? Because bullish PDA rays on every time frame is getting respected. We made this SMT and market then pumped higher. So what can happen right now? Right now, in my opinion, as long as we hold bullish PDA rays, market can pump higher. Because order flow is bullish, and if bullish PDA rays are continue to get respected into, market can make a bullish moment. But if we break bearish PDA rays also at the same time, market can dump. And it all depends on overnight session right now. But what can we expect? We have this bullish range. 4 reasons one market move: rebalance the equilibrium. One is rebalance the equilibrium. Rebalance and efficiency, hunt liquidity, generate liquidity. Right now we have this bullish range, and we did not made a pullback to this range equilibrium. But you know what? Market makes a rebalance back to equilibrium in order to make a bullish moment. In order to continue this trend, we have to make a pullback to at least back the equilibrium of this price range. So we can pull back this range. But at the same time, we do not have to. We have this gap is going to open after 13 minutes. This fair value gap will got open. This is not on discount, but at the same time, market can test this fair value gap. We don't have to test discount, to make a bullish moment. This is just an basic requirement, but this requirement does not need to happen. Market can just pump higher without testing equilibrium price levels. So we do not have to test equilibrium, but also you can say when we hit equilibrium, price made enough moment, enough pullback. You can say that, but only if you're confident with your drawn liquidity. Equilibrium, rebalancing back to equilibriums means absolutely nothing if you don't have the drawn liquidity, if you don't have the right edge. It all depends on your right edge, how you're analyzing the market. All depends on analyze, all depends on your way of perspective. So we have this fair value gap. If it tests this fair value gap, we can hold this. It all depends on price action. We don't have to also hold this. We can just dump. It all depends on overnight session price action. But at the same time, if we break this, we can test this. We can test this equilibrium. At the same time, if we continue holding this fair value gap, we can pump higher without testing this equilibrium price range. That's what I'm talking about. But this fair value gap did not got open yet, so we will wait for 10 minutes or 11 minutes. We do not have enough information right now. If you go down 5 minutes, as you can see on 5 minutes, 5-minute fair value gaps are getting respected. So on every time frame, bullish PD arrays are getting respected right now. At the same time, we also have another fair value gap which has got respected. Also, we have this fair value gap. These fair value gaps are all getting respected. So bullish order flow is getting respected right now. So that means I can say, as long as we hold bullish PD arrays, continue to hold bullish PD arrays, we can say bullish PD arrays are getting respected, right? Continuously getting respected. But right now, we just can't say, yeah, bullish PD arrays are getting respected and bearish PD arrays are getting disrespected. But at the same time, it all depends on the overnight session. That's actually all what I wanted to say. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys found some value on this video. I will want to make a longer one. I want to make 1 hour, 2 hour video, 2 hour just analyze. But I like speaking and I like explaining things when it comes to trading. But at the same time, my house is not okay right now, so this will be a quick and short one. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this video. If you want some different types of videos or different types of ideas, content ideas actually, you can type below. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys found this valuable. See you on the next one.